potentially any of the starting 11 for his first game in that back line. More than likely, two of them are not even in the squad at the moment. But off to go, France. Here's the call.
The muffed his lines at the start. Not a great getaway either from You Got the Look as the runners settle down. And it's the dark blue jacket, Blue Swan, just tucking in now behind the leader, Hopeful. So Hopeful in the blue and white from Blue Swan second. Over on the near side is Tennessee Song, the dark green jacket. Following these, Investor settles into fourth position with Coos over on the outer. Then the red and white of Allez Henri. Further behind that one is Uetor. The green and white of the top weight Velaro makes ground on the outside. High Dream towards the inner. Further behind is Olympique. So settling down under the leadership of Tennessee Song. Shows by just about half a length to Hopeful second position. Rather stuck on the outside, Breath of Fire's made a little bit of ground, now races in third, with Investor in fourth position. Then following Investor is Blue Swan. Further behind, Velaro towards the outside, Allez Henri on the inner, Coos in the grey jacket, maroon cap being tracked by Uetor, who's followed in turn by on the inside High Dream, up on the outer the orange of Olympique. Just behind Olympique is Halifon on the outer, and further back to Belgian Prince, who races with You Got the Look, also well towards the rear Montsteel. So ready to make the swing right-hander back towards the home straight. Tennessee Song still taking them along, over Hopeful in second position. Investor, the light jacket towards the inside, goes well for Theo Bachelot. Blue Swan follows that one with Breath of Fire up on the outer. Velaro is tracking these. Allez Henri has made stealthy progress round the inside. Coos is just behind this leading group in about seventh position. Olympique begins to improve round the outside as they turn back in. So down to the 500 they come, and it's Tennessee Song still leading the way. Second position remains with Hopeful, nowhere to go for Investor on the inside. Now producing a run, Breath of Fire up on the outer. Blue Swan tries to quicken up as well as Breath of Fire comes through to lock horns with Hopeful. Investor still trying to get through and now can do so. Here on the outside, Olympique is coming home, but the lead is with Hopeful. Investor gets into full gear, but Hopeful got first run. Investor is bearing down, but Hopeful's won it to Investor second, and Breath of Fire back in third. So win for number 12, Hopeful for Maxime Guillaume. Second position, number 6, Investor. And a close call for third, Breath of Fire on the near side, probably just touching off Blue Swan on the far side. That's been confirmed, 12.
Yeah, Hopeful wins it. You were hopeful it was on. And in, it's 12 to 1 the price if you found that one. Off to Perth next, where Land of Smiles is at 9 to 2. Well, England and Scotland be smiling late. England, Romania, 5 o'clock, 2 to 11 for an England win. Can get top price as well for Scotland to reach the knockout stage. So to qualify from the group, 2 to 1. Let's put up today. In the middle of all of that, by the way, Mullingar 5-6-2, 3-1 centre for US Pete's. Quite a few other games taking place tonight as well. Belgium, Croatia, Netherlands, Georgia. Plenty to get stuck into. 9 international matches. Luxembourg the opposition, by the way, for the Scots this evening. Thoughts of Paul Robinson from England keeper on the game. An England game against Romania. So Land of Smiles, 9 to 2 the price here. We are at post time at Perth.
Starlet is on the rostrum. The runners are making their way into the home straight. It was going to bypass the open pitch. this one will be very easy to remember the distance. Walking in past the open ditch, the flag has been raised. Runners have been called forward towards the starting tape. They have 3 miles in front of them and 18 fences to negotiate. They're just walking around the open ditch as they make their way into the starting tape. And they're off. Racing for the Bet365 Sam Boys Head Perth Gold Cup handicap steeplechase, heading to the first of 18 fences. Bafana Blue is one of the first to begin racing deep. Chiraco Vallis is also prominent towards the inside as they reach fence number 1. Torquay's Chief took that in 3rd position. All sailing over fence 1. The backmarker is Ain't My Fault as they head on quickly towards fence number 2. Chirico Vallis just stuttered into that, made a mistake and a faller back in the field, and that was context and came down. We'll confirm that for you in just a second. Heading up towards the winning post then, heading to the water for the first time. Chirico Vallis to Bafana Blue. Right behind those Potterman is in 3rd position, followed through in 4th. Towards the far side by the pink and black jacket of Get Out the Gate, and it was El Presente who came down at that fence. El Presente is out of the contest. They swing the turn right down the side of the track, then going off towards fence number 4, and up front it's still Chirico Vallis showing the way for Richard McLennan. In front by about a half length then to Get Out the Gate, who continues to race prominently behind the pace. Bafana Blue is still right up with the pace as well. And they're followed by Caltex towards the inside, is racing in 4th position. That one's followed through on the inside by Mellow Ben as they take the turn to head into the back stretch just behind the leaders, as well as Land of Smiles and the Red Jack as they swing towards the far side. Next up is an open ditch. Fence number 5 is upcoming. And it's Chirico Vallis towards the inside. Bafana Blue with the red sleeves continues to race prominently. Then Potterman, the green and white check sleeves out wide. Without the gate in the black pink. Caltex, the dark jacket, cheek pieces towards the inside is next in the field. And therefore towards Chirico Vallis a little bit deeper. Bafana Blue as they head down towards the ditch then. Get Out the Gate still right behind them in the pink and black, and Potterman out wide of runners. Land of Smiles in behind the pace, then Caltex towards the inside, then Soupy Soup's next in the field. And they're racing off towards fence number 9. Chirico Vallis towards the inside for Rich McLennan, still in front then as they go towards the 9th fence. Bafana Blue jumped out in 2nd position for Ross Chapman, and therefore through by Land of Smiles, making ground for James Bowen. Tucked in 3rd position. Caltex going the shortest way towards the inside. The black jacket, the orange star, white cheek pieces. A slight mistake by Valtour back in the field there. That was fence number 10. It'll be the last next time around. And they're heading back towards the water jump and closely bunched field. Only 8 laps first to last. And Chirico Vallis and Bafana Blue continue to share the pace in the Perth Gold Cup. Over it they go. A circuit left to travel. Back in 3rd is Land of Smiles from Get Out the Gate. Then Potterman and Caltex tied down the inside. Torquay's Chief is next in the field from Mellow Ben. They're followed by the Butcher said and then forgot to ask. Valtour back in the field with Ain't My Fault. Tommy Rapper is still well back in the field, and Soupy Soups is now detached by 3 and getting behind us in rear as they head down towards the cross fence once again. Fence number 12. That was Chirico Vallis just dived at that a little bit, was out jumped by Land of Smiles, who landed in front. So they're about to take the right-handed turn into the back stretch once again for the final time, heading off to fence number 13. Bafana Blue, Land of Smiles, Chirico Vallis still there to the inside. Get Out the Gate 4 deep. There's a loose horse just causing a few problems there. Hopefully he'll stay out of the way. Down towards it they go then. And negotiating everything's gone.
At the moment it's just a waste of time. Oh, £50, what's that?
Racing off towards the next fence. This is going to be fence number 14.
Kings.
And Chirico Vallis over in front with Land of Smiles, and then Torquay's Cheap right behind them. Bafana Blue still out there with Get Out the Gate, and behind that is Caltex. Forgot to ask is next in the field as they continue their journey. Soupy Soups has dropped right out. Down the side of the track they go back towards fence number 15. This is 4 fences from home. Chirico Vallis by a neck. Racing in second, Land of Smiles.
At the moment, how many viewers you got?
Thousands. Thousands of people.
How much it has to be minimum?
Well, to monetize the channel,
You
have to get 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Okay, and also 4,000 watching hours.
Viewers.
Yeah, during. Oh, look at that! I've got a chance for a jackpot. Come on.
out the gate. Talk is cheap. Is still trying to close up behind them. Tommy Rappers trying to latch onto them. Then Chirico Vallis down towards the second last they come then. Land of Smiles, the red jacket with the yellow diamond. Out wide of runners, Talk is cheap. The yellow and black check jacket staying on strongly. Getting away from Tommy Rapper who's through the third. Here's the final fence.
Let's leave something.
Now, Land of Smiles and the near side.
£202. Wow. How?
Tommy Rapper. They go inside the final furlong in the Bet 365.
That's nice.
Perth Gold Cup. Land of Smiles all out. Talk is cheap who's trying to battle back towards the near side. Land of Smiles by a neck. Talk is cheap, can't close. Land of Smiles wins the Perth Gold Cup to Talk is cheap.
That's pain.
Well,
not bad. 214.
Yeah, the feature of the day, the Perth Gold Cup, Land of Smiles. Favourite backers will be smiling at that one as it goes in at 9-2. Takes the feature of the day at Perth on the James Bowen. Previous course and distance winner. Go for a 4-timer at Foss last time, didn't happen. So back to winning ways in the big one today. Right off to Toaster, 4.28, going in, trap 1, 9-4.
Good runners. Hair runs at Toaster. Toaster with the 5 dog, 4-1, chance favourite to 1 at 9-4. The Stone at the start over on 1, Toaster is on 2, Mullingar shows up for their next. The Toaster racing for the 4.28. 3 just about the best start from 1 and 2, 4 and 6, 5 is definitely the back marker. It's been the second bend. 1 shows the way to 2, 5 gets past the 3, 6 and 4 now back in the ruck. It's trapped 1 by a couple, leaves the 2 towards the third bend. They're drawn right away from the field here. 5 is a remote third, with 1 from 2 it concerns this pair. 1 has a couple in hand on 2, 5 behind them, 1, 2, 5, 1 from 2.
Alright, gonna play some fortune spins and luck of the Irish. Let's have a look. £100. Only.
1, I think, has held on from 2. That print would seem to confirm that. It's like a 1-2-5 outcome. Toaster waiting for that to be confirmed on our result screens. They are loading now Listowel. Lee Roach on the 19, the reserve here. Loading Listowel. Perth SP, Land of Smiles was 9-2 favourite in winning the feature.
Alright, so £100 only, so at least I won't lose anything. Came in with the 200 and I will walk off with the 200 as well. So
2-1. So Listowel for the 430. It's the second division of the mile handicap. Praying Mantis, number 13 was a 4-1 favourite. Mikey Shee claiming the 5 for Andrew Kinirons, who's Mary Sallon, who won the first division half an hour ago. Loading well here. Toaster confirmed 1-2-5, 9-4 favourite, 9-2 at Toaster. Looks like Heidi was the winner. Forecast 12.33, Tricast at Toaster was 36.29. Often racing the Stoll, they're racing the time 4.30. Goodwood going down for the 4.40 betting available. Here's the Stoll, Jerry Hannon on 1.
Leading Craig Mantis, Aussie Valentine, boasting and talk now, and Aston Lady and Drummond Lad, Christian Code, but Julie next, then Tommy the Hat, Raphael and Scream, not so far adrift from Misadventurous. But across from the stands at the end of the opening 3 furlongs is Colonel Slade, Mark Enright going along in front of Praying Mantis and Aussie Valentine, boasting his 4th, and Talk Now. Aston Lady and Crystal Pool in mid-division, the Green Jacket, and then Drummond Lad and Patchouli as they reach the halfway stage. The final 4 are Tommy the Hat, Raphael Scream and Misadventurous. Coming inside halfway, second division of the mile Listowel Tidy Towns Handicap. Colonel Slade by less than a length to the noseband of Praying Mantis, going third is Boasty, under pressure and losing ground, and is Aussie Valentine making a forward move as Crystal Pool, and then Talk Now and Aston Lady and Drummond Lad, and then Tommy the Hat as they swing into the straight. Just over 2 to go, Colonel Slade is joined one from the rain by Praying Mantis, and these two have broken a few lengths clear of Boasty and Crystal Pool as Praying Mantis hits the front, racing to the final furlong and quickly opens up a lead over Crystal Pool, who's staying on into second, and Colonel Steakhouse, Delaney, Boasty and Drummond.
Maybe it's going to be something more than a 200.
Crystal Pool as Praying Mantis guarantees both divisions here for Andrew Canardins. Crystal Pool second and third has to lead.
Put that race to bed.
Oh, come on, give us a pot and rest. Nah, bloody aces.
Well, second was the 8 Crystal Pool, third was the 11 Delaney, 13, 8 and 11 winning favourite at the Stowe. 13 of them ran. Those that didn't, 2, 4, 5, 9, 17 and 18.
Praying Mantis strikes, pounces 9-2, then takes it at the Stowe. Going down at Goodwood for the 440 race 6. Tiger Beetle 11-10 short in the market. As for our next action, that'll be Steeple Downs in a 434. And you've got, what, half an hour to get your bets on ahead of England against Romania and Scotland taking on Luxembourg. Got a few games kicking off at 5 o'clock. Scotland team, by the way, is Marshall, O'Donnell, McTominay, Hanley and Robertson, McGregor, McGinn and Tierney, and then it's Adams, Dykes and Gallagher. So they have got Tierney and Robertson in the same 11. Scotland's coaching staff. Two excellent left backs, two top draw left backs available to Scotland. As for England, that's a little bit makeshift as well from Gareth Southgate. Johnson in goal, Godfrey, White, Mings and Shaw, Grealish, Phillips and Ward-Prowse, Rashford, Calvert-Lewin and Sancho. Grealish in that team, and still 3 ahead of him. Tap-minded that, isn't it, from Gareth Southgate. Kane on the bench. We'll wait and see who captains England this evening. His candidates there, is there? Maybe Phillips, could be Grealish, captains for their respective sides. Off from Racing Steeples.
That's number 1. Off 4, Customs House. Rose in the lead. Wilfred Onion and Bowflower right up there with him. Affluent Tax Lights handy just in behind them. More towards the inside, Wilfred Onion. And they meet the water. Back marker over that was Gracefield Manor, last of the 14. Now the 10, Toys for Boys at 14-1, kicks on by a couple here, Bowflower second, Wilfred Onion is in a clear third now. Customs House a bit deep on the track in the light blue, Peter Boat was wider of those. Then Latch Me about mid-division, Toys for Boys the 10, makes the best of his way home. Out of the pack, Give Over Ivana lays down a pretty serious challenge, Peter Boat wide of her. 4th is Rathbone Apple, 5th then is Affluent Tax. Give Over Ivana strikes the front on the level, Peter Boat they're running on over the top. Peter Boat, the 12 horse for the victory. Second, Toys for Boys. Give Over Ivana flattered to deceive. And then briefly she finished third. 12-10-2 Steeples, 6-1 joint second favourite, 14-1, 8-1. For 2 at Lords. I think it would fairly be said they're not having a cut at that victory target of 273 that was set them by Kane Williamson. Into the final session now, which at the moment meandering towards a draw after what had been a very attacking declaration. All 3 options very much on the table in terms of the results of this match. It's 62 for 2 England, and they're not really interested, it seems, in going for that target. Good at the start. Mullingar approaching for the 4.37 on 1. 2's joints 1 and 5. Racing Post next best. The 6th stop in this race. You might remember the Nat was a winner. 5 to 1 earlier in the 3.57. And with the 6 Peregrine Prince here, and that isn't favoured either. It's only third choice of the market at 3 to 1. They spot through from Kilbeggan today, 8.0, £80 and 10 pence. 11 to 10, Tiger Beetle at Goodwood in the blue and white, King Power Racing Silks. Experienced of the field, start 4 today in his career. It's a mile and a quarter maiden now. Mullingar meanwhile all in on 1 for the 4.37. Kilbeggan betting developing on the 4.45, more of that later. Here's Mullingar.
Four weather snap, 5 breaking silence, 6 Peregrine Prince. And away they go, 4 the first to go here. Weather snap leads by a couple. In behind that you've got 5 travelling well out wide in the 2. Got plenty of racing room on the inner. They head down the back. And there's a bit of a bunch happening up front here. 5, 4, 2 and 6. They're all battling for the lead. The 4 is all of a sudden relegated to 4th as the 5 breaking silence asserts for David McKenna and opens up by a couple of lengths, but gives up a little bit of that lead by swinging wide off the last turn. Breaking silence with the lead. Breaking silence, not for passing. 5, 2 and 6 for third. The time 29.64.
And set it all 5.26 at Mullingar. Breaking silence wins. Trading on the joint favourites on the final show. SP's to follow. Goodwood, minute and a half to bet on 2 for the 4.40 race. It's a quick steer towards the football. 5 o'clock kickoffs for Scotland and England. The Scots are in Luxembourg on Sky Sports from 5 o'clock off the back of a creditable 2-2 draw in Holland in midweek. Luxembourg hosting them this evening, beaten in Norway on Wednesday. Under 2.5 goals predicts the Racing Post in that one. 4 of Luxembourg's last 5 matches have been under 1.5 goals. Goodwood loading the stalls. England remaining on ITV at 5 o'clock. England's final prep game for the Euros. England to win to 0, says the Racing Post on that one. Albeit 5 of Romania's last 7 games have featured 3 goals or more. Yet they're going for England to win to 0. In the Racing Post, despite the fact they point out that statistic. Goodwood loading the stalls. Mullingar waiting for the SPs to drop.
Pots. So around £30. 20, sorry.
Game, ITV to watch
Nice.
Sky Sports Scots match. Goodwood loading away. Even money, Tiger Beetle. Money for Alcatraz. 130 to 5 to 2 at one stage. Now 11 to 4. Free wind 100 to 30. Big Barge 50s into 25s. Just one more to come forward here.
Queens, 10s,
Aces. For
aces.
Gary Moore. On Davey would be a noted trader of first amount of maiden winning.
£50
On the
are
flat. There's a move for it. 7 to 2 Ferry Hill run the Kilbeggan favourite. Alcatraz steps in to complete the Goodwood line to call this one Richard Hoyles.
Horsewalk Maiden Stakes, that is it. 10 furlongs, and the 8 runners in the absence of Sila Rosa are loaded away and they leave the stalls. Slow into stride is Alcatraz, as out in the lead, Free Wind has the early advantage. Touche Beret moves up into second place but doesn't really press on. By contrast, up the running rail, Tiger Beetle is sent forward as Touche Beret is restrained. Dogfit distorts third place with Mimi Dancers. Another that's moved forward is Big Bard, who was
no mysteries at all.
Has moved through to 5th place. There's a little bit of a shuffling of the packs. He's Halcyon Spirit. Touche Beret, having briefly been in 2nd place, now finds herself dangerously close to Alcatraz at the back of the field in the Godolphin Blue as they make their journey uphill now and make their way across the intersection. Out in the lead it is Free Wind, who has the advantage by half a length from Tiger Beetle, who moves to the outside of the leader. Mimi Dancers in the check colours on the
came up pretty quick, but
yellow jacket of
nothing.
Big Bard. Racing in 6th is Halcyon Spirit. Alcatraz is on the inside of Touche Beret as the runners now make their turn at the highest point of the racecourse and past halfway. So out in the lead, Free Wind will lead the turn downhill.
Yeah, 3
Tiger
bands.
Beetle in 2nd place. A 3rd with Dolphin on the outside of Miri Dancers. A Big Bar just drifted back to 5th place with Halcyon Spirit on the outside. Then Touche Beret and Alcatraz just shaken up by David Egan right at the back of the field. steadily making their way downhill. They'll reach the cutaway shortly with Free Wind attended by Tiger Beetle, and the two of them a couple of lengths clear from Dolphin in third place in the claret jacket on the inside of Miri Dancers. Up the inner goes Big Bard. Down the centre of the racecourse, Halcyon Spirit. Alcatar is being asked to
that's boring.
There's plenty of chances here. Free Wind, now Tiger Beetle having to be ridden along, and Free Wind travels well on the front end. In third place for Dolphin. Alcatar gradually getting the hang of what it's about. But out
You're gonna do 20 spins in these fella and then that's it. I don't want to pay today.
Clear, 7-8 lengths from in second place, Tiger Beetle and Dolphin.
Let's have a look.
Has taken this field apart and continues to increase the margin despite being eased down on the run to the line. Free Wind, a very tanky winner, beats into second place Tiger Beetle, then Dolphin behind these Miri Dancers and Touche Beret.
The fair packet, 325,000 guineas as a yearling, and Free Wind started to pay some of it back. Wins for the Gostons, George Strawbridge, and ran happily his only ride on the Goodwood card. Number 7, Free Wind, made all the running, and absolutely coasting home here. Must be what, 8 lengths to the good at the line, if not more, from Tiger Beetle, number 5, the favourite, second, Dolphin, the 6th for third, 7, 5, 6 at Goodwood, 8 great of them ran, number 8 did not, that was Sela Rosa. Fetching performance, second time up for Free Wind. First time out, this filly is a 3-year-old, she was 4th on her debut in her one start as a juvenile. That was in maiden company at Wolverhampton in the winter. SPs to follow on that Goodwood maiden.
No luck today.
French derby today.
Alright then, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. All the best, bye.